Hey, what up, guys? We albino versing again. The albino verse. I'm Nathan Hurd. Appreciate y'all being here. It is September 14th today. Um, and we just out here, man. We just out here. What's been going on? I got my window fixed. Last time I talked to y'all, somebody had threw a rock through it, and that wasn't cool. Um, our electricity got kind of fixed a little bit. It was messing up. Like half the house didn't have electricity, and they had to come do some stuff. We ain't had electricity in like half the house for like a week. We had to we had to run an extension cord from the kitchen to the living room to make sure everything in the fridge didn't go bad. But that's just sometimes it be like that. You know what I'm saying? Shows. I got a show tomorrow in Hollywood. I have a show next week. Next Thursday, I believe, in Hollywood, Thursday or Friday in Hollywood, and I also have a show at the Irvine, Ontario Improv next week on Tuesday. I'll put those uh, flyers for those on my Instagram and my YouTube and all that, so y'all can see that. But yeah, man, go follow my Instagram and my TikTok and my Twitter and all that. But now that let's get that shit out the way. There's something I wanted to talk about, man. Like, okay, so I'm not usually like a in the news. I don't really follow the news. I just don't. I don't. Here's the thing. I feel like I'll know the things I need to know. You know what I mean? Like it will filter down to me eventually if it's important enough. Or my friends will just like tell me, but I don't need to fucking follow 24 hours a day. Ugh, that just doesn't sound like why? Like why? I don't fucking. I don't think that that's healthy. I don't think it's healthy to just constantly get information that doesn't apply to you, but is forcing you to react. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. I don't know. Anyway, uh, but I saw the thing in the news talking about the Little Mermaid coming out, and there's some people mad because she black, and like, I mean, is that what some like? Who cares? Like, here's the thing. I'm not trying to put my like, oh well, you shouldn't be mad because of this or this or this. But I'm like, but like, are kids unhappy? Is that what I'm? Because the movie's a remake of a movie aimed at kids. Like, no, first of all, nobody was like, because I genuinely don't think everybody that has a problem with it is racist. I think that there's probably some people who just racist, but I don't think everybody who has a problem with it is. I think, but here's what I'm tripping on. Like, why? Like, they didn't recast somebody. Uh, somebody didn't lose a job like this was a movie that they just cast. It's not that the people who are mad, the movie's not even made for you. That's like complaining about the taste of peanut butter, but like you allergic to peanut butter. You know what you just said was that like if you just don't like it because it's not the thing that you remember as a child, then that's because it's now pointed at a different group of children. It's still a children's movie made for children. It's a good thing if you like it. Like, I still like The Incredibles. I was an adult when I saw it. And Toy Story, I'm still a teen, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, Lightyear, I like that, and I'm an adult, but it wasn't aimed at me. You know what I mean? Like, so what I'm tripping on is why people are like mad when the demographic that the movie is aimed at. Nobody from that demographic has said a word, like not a word. It's all people over the age of 18, specifically adults, like who have had an opinion one way or the other. That's what I'm saying. Like the 9-year-old little girl had zero opinion. She was just like, "Oh shit, the Little Mermaid. That's cool. Like, mommy, can we see?" That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the feeling that people want, that feeling they had when they was a kid. It's the same thing with the Star Wars movies and shit like that. Like, motherfucker, of course it wasn't going to be the same thing that it was when you was a kid. You was a kid. You had no expectations when you were a kid. You do now. So there's no way that it can live up to the expectations of just like life. You have more experiences and shit. So it's just not like, I remember in his, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm not trying to say that like, like I'm better. Nah, fuck that. I do the same shit. I do the same shit. Like, and when I realized I was doing it is, the Ninja Turtle movie that came out like 2013, like the remake of you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that one, like 2013 and shit, where they was CGI. Uh, I remember when that was coming out, I was mad they weren't going to be like dudes in suits and shit like that, because like that's one of my favorite movies. Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's one of my favorite shits. I love that movie to this day. Still watch it. Got it on Blu-ray, DVD, might be a VHS floating around here somewhere, whatever. But like, that is my shit. And I was visiting my mom's, and my nephews were visiting my mom from France, and so I want to go kick it with my nephews, and they know that I love Ninja Turtles, so they love Ninja Turtles because my nephews are the shit. You know what I mean? Like, and they're impressed with all of my stuff. I'm impressed with their stuff. You know what I mean? You ever have that dynamic with like people? Like, my nephews think I'm awesome. I genuinely think they're awesome. Like I was in France a couple years ago visiting, and my nephew Luca was translating for me at the time. I think he was, I want to say maybe 10 or 11, and he was translating for me and his grandfather, his dad's dad, and because I don't speak very well French. Uh, or English, apparently. I don't think that sentence made any sense. But anyway, I was impressed that he could do that so effortlessly. Like, and they're also like gymnasts. Anyway, they're impressive kids. And then Soren is like a gymnast. He's like 6'1". The kid, like, I don't know. I'm just bragging about my nephews now, and I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I went to the movies with them. I took them to see the Ninja Turtle movies, and they wanted to sit in the back row because they have 20/20 vision. And I was like, well, I'll sit wherever you guys want to sit. But I can't really, I can see, but like, if there's subtitles, I can't see those bitches from the back row without my glasses. Even with them, probably still can't see them bitches. But I was like, it's Ninja Turtles. Ain't gonna be no subtitles. And then there was some subtitles at one point, and I just lied. I just outright lied to them because I knew that they didn't read English as good as they spoke it. And so I was just like, yeah, it says, oh, that's that motherfucker really from Japan. Just made some shit up. And I feel like they might have read English a little better than I thought they did, because they kind of like didn't ask me about no more when they came. It was like, oh, I don't think Uncle Nathan know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm sorry that I did that, but I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, they loved it. They loved the movie. I hated it. I hated it because it wasn't the thing that I wanted it to be. But they had no expectation of what it was supposed to be. They were just going to see a movie, and they were the demographic that it was aimed at. It wasn't aimed at me. It was hoping that I would also like it, but it wasn't really aimed at me. It was aimed at them, which is fine, Not everything's for everybody, and that's great. I would have liked to like it more, but then when I started looking at it from their perspective, I was like, I would have liked this. If I was that fucking same kid that saw the original, I would have liked this shit. Like, I would have liked this shit. And once I saw it like that, I was like, oh, it's not trash. It's not good. Like, it's still, in my opinion, not as good as the first one. Just didn't have the heart, I think, to it. But it's not nearly as trash as I thought it was. There's a couple movies that I've went back and been like, it's not nearly as as trash as I thought it was. You know what I mean? Like, Thor is not one of those. It's still trash. It's fucking terrible. Sorry. It's motherfucking trash, okay? It is trash. It is trash. What movie did I just recently? I just recently went back and watched a movie that I think everybody was like, "Oh, that movie is trash." I just watched A Clockwork Orange again, and that movie is just fucking phenomenal. I love that movie, but I hadn't seen it in a while. But it was great. You know what movie was I was? It was That's My Boy, Adam Sandler movie with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Sandberg, and that movie is not nearly as bad as people like. I remember liking it the first time, but then I never really watched it again. And like I watch and like it's good. It's funny. It's really fun. I actually like it. I think it's just ridiculous enough. It reminds me of the Billy Madisons and shit like that. It had that level of fucking like heart, but also ridiculousness. And I think it really worked. I think that it got a bad rap, man. I think there's some movies that we just be like, oh man, this is the shit. Like Citizen Kane. Nah, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. It's not. I'm not saying it's a terrible movie or nothing like that, but I'm just not. I'm not. Nothing in it moves me personally, and that's okay. I want to let y'all know. Okay, you cannot be. You know what I'm saying? Like you can. It's okay. It's all right. Some people don't like horror movies, like The Notebook. It's not for me. It's not for me. You know what I mean? Like that's not my cup of tea. Here's what it is, though. Um, yeah. So that's all that is. Um, really. What else is going on, man? Ain't shit really. Just trying to fucking get these comedy spots, man. I'm trying to work on this special. I got to get a date. But it's being hard to find a camera crew that I trust and that is cheap. But we doing it. We doing it. I haven't started like raising money for. I've kind of started. Started like anything that I make from like social media and shit. So watch my videos, man. Watch my videos and listen to my shit because that actually helps get me some bucks. Everything I'm making, I'm putting towards the special. I'm trying to raise about 10,000. That's my budget. Like that's as cheap as I think I can do it for, and still be able to do it how I really want to do it. So that's what we're trying to do in these streets. Uh, Trying to pick out a Halloween costume too. Izzy's helping me pick out. She's got some good ideas. She's got some good ideas. Uh, I'm gonna go with one of her ideas. I don't know which one, but she got some good ideas. Um, and yeah, man, I don't know what we're doing for Halloween. We're going to Knott's Berry Farm this week. I'm not sure when. We're trying to work around M's schedule because she'd be busy because she has a job and she's a comic and a mom and a girlfriend and a daughter and the shit. And I had a sandwich today. So, yay, Nate. Yeah, man. That's all. Just did laundry because I had no drawers. And I don't know if I should be ashamed for this or be praised for it, but it's been so long since I did laundry because the last time I figured I was running out of drawers, I was just like, your ADHD is not going to let you do laundry tomorrow. You know you should. You got like 3 more days of drawers. But you're not gonna do laundry. You know you should. It's right down the street. It's right down the street, but you're not gonna do it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on Amazon. You're just gonna buy some new drawers. Right now, and they'll get here in the next 3 days. And that's what I did twice. So I got a lot of drawers now. I got a lot of drawers, but I got more drawers and socks than anything else. Like I got like 6 pairs of pants, maybe, but at least 300 pairs of socks. A lot of drawers. Yeah. You gotta keep a lot of drawers on deck, man. Cause you don't know. You never know, man. Drawers and socks, man. Cause like you know what I'm saying? Like when you flex on somebody with your shoes, somebody else got them shoes. And really the flex is the exclusivity of them. But you're not going to get more like look, bro, I can guarantee you right now that the shoes that the $300, $400, $500 pair of shoes, even the $150 pair of shoes on is not as big of a flex as the socks that I got on. Just because I know that there's only a couple people that got the socks that I got on because you can personalize your socks. They can really fit your personality. So right now I know that ain't a lot of motherfuckers got these socks right here. It's not a lot of motherfuckers got these socks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's motherfuckers got these socks. But right now, the two people that see these Applejack socks that I'm holding in my hand, they like, oh, that's what's up. But everybody's like, oh shit, the fuck he get those? And the answer is mind your business. Okay? That's the answer. Mind motherfucking business. Okay? Mind your business. Yeah, man. We good. We good. We good. Anyway, what I was saying about the Little Mermaid though is yeah, man, I really don't see any point. Um like it like I said, it's not made for any of the people that are complaining. So I don't really care. And honestly, I mean, it's not a real big deal. So I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's just it's a movie about a mythical. You know what I mean? Like and also I don't think that there's that many people really complaining. I think that the ones who are complaining can just be heard by everybody because one person complains, that tweet gets shared a million times, and it feels like it's a million people complaining. You know what I mean? Like that's how quickly it can fucking escalate. And then other people who see that and like, oh, I want to jump on that bandwagon because why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Like it just, nah, man. Anyway, I think I'm done. This has been the Albinoverse. You have been fantastic. Please go follow me on all other platforms. My name is Nathan Hurd. You guys are great. You're fantastic. And I'll be at the Rams game this week. I'm going to the Rams game. My first one this season. I might be the only one this season because a lot of the other games, I'm going to the Falcon games because specifically it's the cheapest one. But but I'm gonna try to go to another game this season. We'll see. We'll see. But it's gonna be fun. Me and Aaron going. He's a Falcons fan, and we just got blown the fuck out at home. So I'm really hoping that that doesn't happen again while I'm there because we've only won one game. I've been to a couple games, but only one game have I ever been to where I could actually see because I'm blind and shit. And this is gonna be my second game where I could actually see. The first game I went to where I actually see is was against the Jags last year, and we won. So I think that if I can see, the Rams will win. So that's what I'm going with right now. All right. Okay, guys. You guys are fantastic. I'll see y'all later. Deuces.